Hi guys, so I'm doing this video from Madagascar. Um, let's take it from a MGTOW perspective. I know there's some MGTOW that says they don't cohabitate with women and all that stuff. Here in Madagascar, you can still be MGTOW and still cohabitate with women because women understand their duties and they embrace their duties. They still remain feminine. Um, a lot of these women work. Actually, all the ones I've encountered work. They have full time jobs, and they still come home and take care of their kids, take care of the household, cook, and do laundry. And if you try to help them, they will choke the life out of you because they revere doing their duties for some odd reason. I've noticed that in the East. If you're in Eastern cultures, I'm currently in of Madagascar, which is south of South Africa, so an African nation. Even in Africa, when I was in Sudan, the women there they work, but they still took care of their husbands and their men. They still come home and do that, like as part of their duties. They don't their job and their housework, they don't intermix it, and they don't expect a man to be cooking and cleaning and helping them being partners in household duties. They understand that men have certain duties that they take care of and women have their duties that they take care of, and they both do it. And if something comes up where they need a helping hand, it looks like the men do help. But if you try to offer or take over a job or a responsibility or a duty, they will get very angry with you because that's their work. Um, so I am cohabitating here in Madagascar with a woman, and I am still MGTOW. I still have my mindset, but what she brings is peace. She just washed my clothes by hand today. And when I offered to get her a scrubbing board to make it easier for her, she said no. When I told her how I'm going to do my laundry, she said it is her duty. And if I had tried to help her, she would have been very upset about it, because I've tried to help her do other things, and she was not very pleased that I tried to help her do her duties. So it allowed me to be at peace and relax and do the things that I do. Right now I'm on vacation, so there isn't shit for me to do. But the way women, and it's not just the woman I'm with, the way women here in the East treat their men, it's superior to anything I've ever encountered in the United States. And love and duty is separate. In the United States, a woman loves you with some conditions, and only if she's emotionally engaged with you, only then would she want to do stuff for you in a pleasing manner. Here in the East, in Madagascar, all the women I've encountered, they would do things more out of duty. Yes, they love and have affection for their husbands, but and that helps. But if that isn't there, there's still duty, and they embrace duty a lot more. They revere it a lot more than some of the superficial things women in the United States tend to embrace. And that makes life a lot easier. So with a woman like that, I wanted to go out and buy a washing machine, but I mean, this is an apartment that I'm renting, so I can't do any of that stuff here. But I would have done everything within my power to make life easier for her, because she, as her duty, makes things easier for me. So fellas, you can still be MGTOW, you can still cohabitate, and you can still find someone that will give you peace. If you find a good wife, you find a good thing. That's how the Bible says it. And I'm assuming back in the day, when biblical times, there were some rowdy women too who were not wives at all. So that was a warning back then as well. So I don't think anything has changed. Humanity hasn't really changed. You just have to find a good wife. So even if you have some trauma and you've gone your own way, that's a good thing. At least you're able to build yourself up and be strong mentally and emotionally and all that other health stuff. So when you do encounter a woman, you can appreciate her as a good wife and embrace her. And if for some reason she changed or you change and you all decide to split and go your own way, you have already been gone. All right, so there's not, be less heartache, less pain, less suffering, less bitterness, and all that stuff that comes with it. A lot of times, we as men don't prepare ourselves for the good times and the bad times. We just, so when the bad times hit, then we try to blame everybody. Um, and even though 90% of relationships end in divorce, that's initiated by the women, at least in America. Um, you know, we as men still have to take responsibilities for our part, even if we're not at fault. At times, we can still look at things, learn from it, go our own way, still be going our own way, even in relationships. Um, and I think that's what women like in men, is that why a lot of women want MGTOW men, because we are true men. We've gone our own way. We've stayed gone our own way. Even when we marry and settle down, we are men. So if you have any questions, ask it in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe. You all have a good day.